And we are live. Let me make sure the audio is working up to the standard it should be. Let's see. I should have tested before I okay. Audio is great. Couple thanks for all you VOD watchers out there. Keep watching the VODs. Thank you very much for that. New video on primary channel. New primary channel is out. Link will be in the description. If I remember to put it there. If not, it's at Liam CSYT. You can put that in your search bar and it will come up. Going over our first match and all the practices that led up to that point. Also, as some of you may notice, I got a mustache here in my mouth. Hold on. As some of you may have noticed, the title of this video says IGL Liam is back. Now, the reason for that is because during the last practice, and of course I streamed all of them, so if you want to go back, or is the hair on my... I don't know. I'm feeling something over here. In the last practice, it's the VODs on my channel. I've streamed all the practices. Me and Nolan, the IGL, discussed, I brought up, hey, I've IGL'd before, we can split the maps 2-2. You know, I can do, let's say, Mirage Vertigo, you can stick with Ancient Anubis. He didn't want to relinquish everything immediately, which totally understandable. If I was in his position, I wouldn't want to do that either. But he did say, give me the go-ahead on setting up Vertigo. So I've absolutely set up Vertigo for us. I have a whole plan. We're going to be doing that tonight. You guys will see how I run practice. I don't know how contrasting it will be or what, but I will be running practice. And with that, also Nolan won't be here tonight. He's has some stuff going on, so we're going to be playing with a sub tonight. But I'm going to be going over all the practice stuff. So, with that said, am I dropping frames? No, I'm not. It was just lagging on the... Okay. With that said, we have a couple housekeeping things we need to do. First of all, I need to join the server, get all that set up. Information on this week's game. We normally have a game on Tuesday and Thursday. This week, though, the two teams we were going to play against are dead already. So we don't have games this week. We are, technically speaking, 3-1 on the season. So we will see how that goes. So what I need to work out, and we got about 14 minutes until practice starts, I need to get some combination utility. So, for example, this is left side, right? Everybody knows left side. But what's a good flash you can throw from here? Did you know you could throw this flash from here? Oh, now Wishy's going to spectate. And did you know that this flash, does it rethrow? Or do I have to type in? Blinds? Oh, no, I threw it wrong. Hold on. Let's pretend that I threw it right. You come down to here. Is it like that? No. Good, because that's a smoke. That was a test run. Where the fuck was it? Come on, Nart. Let me get my Nart. I could have sworn it was right here. Let's come out to the right a little bit. Nope. Let's come back to the left. So it's too high. We need it lower. Too low. We need it higher. Let's see. This is... Alright, there we go. There we go. Now, how did I throw that? Like right here? No. Like right here? No. Like right here? No. What about right here? There we go. Perfect every time. I was hitting this consistently yesterday. Alright, so we'll go, can I go here? Oh yeah, that's perfect. Alright, so we'll go this cross. No, it was this cross. This cross. This cross. This cross. So that's like combination utility. Also combination utility. Boom. Boom. Get a molly that lands on top. We get that. All right. Also combination utility. I don't actually remember if I came up with a flash for here. I don't think that I did. Throw it like that. I don't remember a flash. Maybe I can throw it like this. That's not really going to do anything. Oh, yeah, I was just going to flash high behind. I think that's beneficial. But I got to make sure I flash a little bit higher. But that is a nice little smoke here. So it's all about, you know, having utility in the same spot. So it's a little bit easy to throw. Let me just make sure I got all my stuff working the way that I want my stuff to be working. All right, and then if you ever want to molly off, you can come like that. That's always going to land. Now, more combination utility. All right, we got our right side Jenny smoke. And we also have a nice flashbang. This flashbang's pretty sick. Doesn't blind you when you're running up. Now, what about a left side Jenny smoke? Now, this is a CT smoke, if I recall. Oh, no, this is the good left side Jenny. This left side Jenny is pretty sick. Because then they're, boom, smoked. I don't recall what other flash. I mean, you can throw flashes like that from here, you know. So there's a lot of, you know, having that combination gives you a util set that you can throw. Which is always a little bit more beneficial because it's a little bit easier to remember. And yeah. So with this one, I know that there's a gap, so the player would have to come path, kind of throw one of those bad boys, right? So there's a lot of stuff going on. CT side, let me see if I can recall this one right off the top of the dome. This one is such a cool smoke. I forgot who I saw throw it. Okay. Okay. Is it a jump throw? No way it's a jump throw. Holy shit, it's a jump throw. Wait, no. All right, but I missed it. I swear to God, this server is different than my offline server. We need to be a little bit closer. There we go. Oh, but I'm stuck. Or is the server just kind of fucked? I don't know. But that's a pretty nice smoke there. And then there was something else. It was like this. There we go. You got another smoke there. Shit's wild. I might produce a video on the new channel explaining how I developed all these strategies. Because I haven't IGL'd in like 2 years. And so all my shit was kind of out of date. So I started a new text document, sat there, it was blank, and I just brainstormed. And I wrote out, I think, like 8 pages. It's not like a college essay, but it's like bullet points. And so that's what we're going to be reviewing tonight. I'm not IGL already. I'm just IGLing for Vertigo. So, yeah, we'll see. Maybe that also morphs into me IGLing for Mirage, but I'm definitely IGLing for Vertigo. And so, oh, this one always gave me a hard time. Let me see if I got it. First fucking throw, baby. There we are. There we are. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in the Discord. We got 8 minutes before practice. I'm going to stay unmuted. Actually, I'll mute for now. I was thinking about it. I'll just mute. Hold on, let me. 8 pages for Vertigo alone. So let me leak my strats. Let me leak my strats real quick, just so you can get a better idea of what I'm gonna be. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. I was gonna pull it up on the second monitor, but then I couldn't really read chat, so I'll just pull it up here, and you guys will be able to kind of see what I'm talking about. So we'll do desktop. You guys can see. All right, so this is what I'm talking about, right? So we got, I am fucking whited out, brother. But we got, you know, defaults, couple different defaults, just explaining in so much detail what's going on. Then we have CT side. So yeah, 8 pages, but really it's not a ton. This is probably like 45 minutes of talking. So Get off the white screen. Jesus Christ. So yeah, we're gonna be doing this for like 45 minutes. We'll do 15 minutes of deathmatch, and then 2 scrims. You should learn the bottom yellow smoke for ramp. I think it's the preferred one for fighting ramp these days. Bottom yellow smoke. Oh, what you mean, like bottom yellow? Very T-side looking font. Thank you, Anthony Webb. I think Snot... somebody didn't like the font last time. I like that font. I don't know. Bottom yellow smoke for... What, like... I'm trying to, like, piece that together of, like, what it means, but I don't know what it means. I just know... Oh, that's not even the fucking lineup. I just know that one, and then I know... Bottom side hall? I think, wait, hold on. I saw somebody throw something like this. No, that's not it. Is it? Was that it? No. I'm trying to remember. It was in a Nart TikTok. Maybe it was this way. Or is that a one-way? No, that's not it. That's not it. Bunch of callouts for it. Sorry, scaffolding. Oh, so like the side hall. Let me see. Was it? It was this one, right? So that's gonna. So like this. So you can like come out and kind of like. I know that, and then there's some like you can throw like a flash off of it or something. Or no, you don't want to run through the flash. You just want to like throw the flasher. I forget. I don't remember. And of course, there's like a delay to this, so you're like more to the left, and I'm like, I don't know what fucking smoke you're even talking about at this point, brother. Who found that shit, bro? Who found this shit? That's insane. Wild. Look, that's like 8 smokes in CS:GO. Wildin'. See, can I right off the fucking rip here? Yeah, lands flush to bottom. That's kind of the idea. Okay, all right. So I kind of got something with it. Yeah, it depends. I want to get our basics down. I have in the 8-page document, I have a couple things of like talking about different strategies. Like I know there's a one way that can be thrown like here or something. But it's better, and you can see their feetsies, and like you can flash over, and so like little gimmicky plays and stuff that's added in later. But you need the basic foundational elements before that, and so that's what we're going to try to cover today. This is our first time playing Vertigo as a team, and even with that, we have a sub tonight for Nolan. So let me go ahead and pull up the document on my phone. Let's see, notes, boom, visit. Okay. Just so I can, I obviously, like, I know it because I just wrote it, like, 2 days ago. I think I wrote it yesterday, actually. But just because I want to make sure I stay true to what I wrote, and I don't go off the cusp too much. So, first thing, just quick little, we got 3 minutes. This is how I'm going to break down practice. Going to have everybody spectate me. I'm going to be explaining what our goals are for T-side, like why we're doing things. Then I'm going to, show that 4 different defaults I believe I have. I think it's 4. Of how we can achieve those goals. And then we'll kind of maybe dry run towards the end of it, but I want to get through everything first. All right, I'm unmuting Discord. How's it going, Henry? It's just you sound like a Thomas the Tank Engine. Conductor Henry. Come on.
Oh, there it is. Old fashioned. How are you, Liam?
I'm doing well. I'm excited.
Okay.
First time I've.
Today?
First time I've run a practice in call it 22 months. We can round up and call it 2 years. But yeah, I got some ideas, got some brains. Yeah.
Okay. Cooked us up something good today.
I understand that you completely read through the entirety of the document, since the first thing you said was, I don't like playing B, and it's like first page it says you're playing A. So that's fine. It's fine. It's okay. I'm going to be going over everything that's in the document anyway. It was not a required read. It was a suggested read. How's it going, Danny?
What's up? I'm looking over the scrapbook right now.
Oh, hello there.
Nobody knows it yet, so you're
Oh, okay.
you're fine.
Okay, that's good.
No.
Nolan's checking to see everyone's on time.
No, he's on his phone.
That's a good IGL right there.
Yeah. While driving 80 miles an hour down the highway. Just gotta make sure.
Minimum, maybe.
All right, Wishy's in the server. I'm about to hit him with you're late as soon as it hits the hour. Let's see. He has...
Oh, shit, is the
Oh, it just hit it.
Up right now.
All right,
As of
hit him with the
5
you're late.
You are late.
Look who decided to join the Discord. This is Luke. It's going to take a bit for Luke to stick. All right, I'm still working on Henry. All right.
Oh, there it is.
Thank God, Jakey and I, meta, it's just before our time.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know if I should say it to you guys. I'm pretty I started like pretty much every try. I was saying, "Hey guys, I like being called Luke in the game," but I guess
Hey,
I just never said it.
Not my team. I was trying out too. I didn't listen to you.
That's understandable.
Jakey, how are you feeling? You keeping food down?
Yeah, I'm a lot better. I just was really
That's
sick
fucking
for a
good,
while
bro.
there.
Yeah.
Like, either stomach flu or what is it? Food poisoning, something like
Yeah.
that. It was pretty
Unlucky.
bad, but no, I'm back to 100% now.
Nice. It was the shit. What did you buy from the the gas station the one night?
It might have been, honestly. I think it
Is
was
you
just a
spilled the
stomach flu,
Monster
'cause everybody
everywhere,
had it too.
and then the food gave you food poisoning.
Yeah,
That's really
I'm
just
stoked.
unlucky.
Honestly, I might have been it. Yeah, it was bad though. I wasn't expecting it at all.
All right, go ahead and join into the practice server and spectate.
Holy shit! Did I just do it? I just figured it out. Let's go.
What are you figuring out? I want to know.
Fucking. I think it's like that. I white box molly.
Oh, from.
But nah,
Oh, okay.
it's a little bit lower.
Oh, okay. I got you. So like I was telling Henry, I have to use brain power to remember people's names. The document was not required reading; it was suggested reading. I'm gonna go over everything, and honestly, like if I was, handed an 8-page document, I would probably just go fuck it. I'll learn it in the practice anyway. So that's what we're gonna go over it. It was just if you read it, you have a pretty nice outline of what we're gonna be trying to achieve tonight. If you didn't read it, it's fine. I'll explain everything. So, with Vertigo, the goal of the T side that I want to call is map control, pushing the boundaries B till we get about here, pushing the boundaries A ramp till we get about here, and then deciding where to go off of that. Slowly chipping away at the CT's map control until they're, literally only able to place sites. And then hypothetically they've used some utility along the way, and then we're able to execute those sites. And we don't have to worry about, a guy's sandbags while we're coming up trying to throw a smoke, right? We can just solely focus on getting the executes in, and taking the fights from the guys on sites. Now, obviously, there's going to be regression throughout everything. We're not just playing against bots for the most part. It is IM. But that will be accounted for. And and it's going to be a little bit difficult at first because just knowing people's positions. The biggest thing for ramp, and majority of the time, the default's going to look like a 3-1-1. So we're going to have 3 towards A, 1 mid, 1 B. And the problem with ramp is that there's a lot of exposed angles, especially when you get up to like this point, because you're exposing yourself to a lot of untradeable angles. So it's really moving as a unit, and knowing that you have a guy side haul that has worked his way up to here before you peak, that kind of thing, and that your buddy behind you is able to get this trade potentially while you're swinging. So it's that kind of communication and understanding. Not really communication. It's more of just seeing your players around you and seeing where you need to be. But we'll get into that in a second. So I think it's 4 different defaults that I want to call, and everything's basically default based, right? We're not, unless it's an eco round or unless we have some insane read, it's not going to be, let's just execute B, It's going to be, let's do a 3-1-1, let's do a 1-2-2, that kind of thing, and then working off of it. And I'm going to try to keep everybody in the same spots as well as I can, or as consistently as I can. For example, the way that I want it, and I have to actually look at the fucking document here. The way that I was thinking about T side was, there's, at the bare minimum, we're sending 1 person A, right? At max, we're sending 3 people A. And so having, the same kind of people being there, and the people know who's the first one to go if it's only 2 sent toward A, or who's the only person to go if it's only 1 sent towards A. So we're going to try to keep that fairly consistent. So the 4 defaults, again, 3-1-1, so A mid B, is going to be the most common. I'll run through that in a second. I just want to say the other ones. We got a 2-1-2. So, all right, so the goal of the 3-1-1 is to get A control fast. We're fighting for ramp. We're not retaking it after they take it. As soon as they start fighting it, we're also fighting, because we have 3 people there. And then once we get ramp control, we can worry about maybe we start pushing into B. Maybe we start, testing the waters in mid. But it's primary ramp control. Then we have a 2-1-2. So that's still, maybe we try to fight for ramp. If there's not anything thrown, we kind of take ramp. It's a little bit different. We'll have like a side haul smoke down. But we're not being as aggressive. If they start, counter smoking and mauling us off, fuck it, give it to them. We can retake it later. Whereas on the flip side, now we have 2 people towards B, and 2 people is enough to, have 1 person immediately take this fight off the bat, and then try to get in here. Obviously, if they smoke it, clearing off your angles, but just gaining the map control, right? That's basically what we're working towards. The third would be a 1-2-2. And now this is, maybe they're taking A every single round and we're not really getting it too hot. So we just want 1 person to maintain the control, and that's basically all their job is just to make sure nobody really crosses this line. So if we do want to go back A, we can. Same thing towards B, where we're able to get some B control, but then we can kind of work in towards mid. So it's just a bunch of different ways or avenues for us to attack the map that's a little bit more organized. And then most likely this would be run in tandem if maybe we don't have a lot of utility, maybe we have a read for a quicker B hit, but a 1-1-3 where we're sending 3 towards B. We're trying to, maybe we get up to here on B, and we're trying to get the rotates over, and then we can go back. But again, it's just primarily map control, rather. So let's work through the 3-3-1, our base. So I have Wishy sitting towards B, and Wishy, I have it all detailed, your different phases of, checkpoints to get to, and, basic flow chart if you have contact, if you don't have contact, that kind of stuff. But basically your end goal is to get here. Right? And you can take as much time as needed. Like if they smoke this off, there's no need to fucking, bang yourself through and do that kind of shit. Just wait it out. And even like as soon as the smoke clears, like you don't even have to go for that peak because they're waiting for that like first 5 seconds after that smoke clears. So, just taking your time. Unfortunately, somebody has to have the boring role. Selected you, Luke. I'm sorry, I called you Wishy. Then I'm going to stick Nolan mid, just because I know that Nolan is going to be able to communicate the information that he hears pretty well, and I want to be with the A boys so I can kind of keep that pace going. So with Nolan in mid, his job, and that's going to be you tonight, Danny. Job, we're not trying to get mid control. There's rounds that we have multiple people going mid, but basically it's wait here, wait for A control, wait for B control kind of stuff. Obviously you're working your way up during it, but trying to get to like this spot, right? And if you die, if there's a gunfight, it's going to happen sometimes. But the main goal, most rounds, you need to be here with some sort of control. And with this, I'm going to have Nolan helping out with the mid rounds because he's going to have a pretty decent read. For example, if we're executing A, there's basically two main ways we can execute A. We can throw, the close smokes, the left-right smokes. And this allows for Nolan to have a nice flank because he can, peek this corner and see all of this. So that's up to Nolan. Whereas if Nolan thinks he can't make that flank, he'd rather just come through, or he doesn't have the read, or he's died, then we can throw, more of something like this where we're actually fighting for the site control and trying to smoke them out a little bit more. And then this can also be mollied and smoked later. We don't need to use 3 full smokes for it, but it's just an example. So yeah, Nolan's going to be, figuring out what he can do in mid. And also is able to flash out for people B. Can also, try to draw out some utility by throwing a couple different smokes. So these are actually fairly useful to know if we do an eco. Obviously, everybody knows the CT side. The elevator side is a little bit more, I don't know if everybody knows it. It's a little bit precise. You have to be right on that bag. But it's just, it's nice to get through. And from this side, it doesn't look like you can really walk through it either. And so that whenever mid is thrown, anything mid, you immediately have 2 sets of eyes on you. Whether it's the mid player who hasn't died yet, or if it's a mid player who's dead, you have the B guy kind of cheating over. You have one guy from A kind of cheating over, So mid's going to be priority if they have something mid. And so that's why I'm putting Nolan there of like to know when to go, to know when to cool off and let it just settle for 30 seconds and then to reaggress, make him think it's empty. Now, the bread and butter of it is A. So it leaves me, Jakey, and Henry towards A. And so the way it's going to work, Jakey, opping on Vertigo is difficult. Well, T side at least. CT side, who gives a shit? You can, whatever. But T side's a little bit difficult. Pull it out when you want to, but don't feel pressured to. The T side isn't really built for you to go around and try to get picks. The T side is built for you to stay towards A. Now, op post plant on T side is pretty powerful, but trying to get to that post plant with the op is somewhat difficult. So if you want to, you can, use the 2 scrims we have after this to experiment, see what works. But assuming that you don't have op, it's pretty simple. It's, 3 spawns, whoever's first, whoever's second, whoever's third. First 2 people have pretty much the same job. All right. I really, really, really like this flash right off the bat. And you don't have to try to throw it over the bags. You can see how, I threw that one to the right. It's not going to blind me, even if you're running up while you're doing it, because it's landing back there. And it lets you get it off just a second early. So first 2 people are doing that. Again, we're fighting immediately. Now, there's going to be, obviously they're going to smoke. Obviously they're going to molly. Obviously they're going to flash. But the end goal is first person needs to be, somewhere here holding this swing out. Second person needs to be a little bit closer to him. You don't want to be out wide for a guy to be there or a guy to come up here and kill you because then you're not tradable, right? So you're kind of buddied up here. And then third person is making their way up. Now, the third person is going to absolutely determine what pace these 2 players can go at. Because, like I said earlier, if this is not being watched, or even, this, you can't really start to get up here because it's just an easy pick. What can make this a little bit easier is if this guy wants to drop a smoke. Obviously not like that, but more so like this, right? Where it goes a little bit deeper. You don't want to get into here and try to fight this. The smoke is just to push him off the angle and gives you a little bit of space that you can actually start to clear out. And then you don't necessarily want to hold it either because it's so spammable, right? I could have cleared it. I'm silly. I'm not used to the clear command. But you don't want to, you can hold it. You don't want to be in here holding it. It's just pretty spammable. And you're also not really useful sitting there. So you can, hold it like this, kind of, worst case scenario, this guy comes out, gets one, and then you're able to trade him on the way back while he's running away. So you don't have to be, constantly here. It's more helpful to be working towards here. But once third player, and again, players are based off of spawn, is up to there, then we can start swinging out, maybe a flashback there. But the main point is to get this control, because from here you can throw a full execute. And with this control, depending, hey, maybe Wishy has a read. Maybe they haven't done anything towards B. Maybe we've heard some Deeg shots or something. We can leave two people here, maybe in a more passive setup, and have one person, even sprint back to B. You don't have to walk all the way, but give them the sound cue. Come back to B, help Luke out, and, maybe work towards some stuff. So that's the main goal of our main default. Now, in a 2-1-2, with B, I kind of explained this already, but I'll walk through the whole thing again with the utility. 2-1-2, first player is immediately trying to take this fight. Right? Immediately just going for that. And while second player is, throwing some sort of utility out here, just to, move the odds just a little bit towards us. If this is mollied, you don't have to run through it. We'll save the health. We got a minute 45 in the round. Or a minute 35. We can take our time with that. If it is smoked out though, maybe you guys want to fight for this. All right, maybe you want to underhand or throw something where they do have to turn from it and come underneath of them. It's two players. It's doable. And the second player for that, I'm going to pull Diamond for that, just in case Jakey has op. We probably wouldn't run two towards A if Jakey has op. Maybe we would. He could just sit back here. But Diamond, you're going to be moving over back to B for that. Nolan stays mid, Jakey and I stay A. So it's just that one slot over. Nolan has the same responsibilities A. One last thing on B. Once you guys get this, you guys got two people here. You can throw a pretty convincing fake execute. You can smoke both sides off. And get some flashes over. It's definitely going to at least draw the mid player over, which allows Nolan some space to work with, and maybe Nolan has a read from there. And the read, absolutely, absolutely. And with that, because Nolan is right in the middle, we got two. Nolan can definitely make the call of, hey, maybe we want to go B here. Mid guy's fallen off. I know I can throw something here that will allow myself to get out a little bit. Maybe not that dog shit of a smoke, but something here he can get himself out. But it's going to be kind of up to him because he's going to be able to hear the footsteps. He can hear who rotates over. And we're ready at both sites. With A, because we only have two players, Nolan won't have a smoke because I have him throwing this smoke. When we're sending less than 3A, we're always going to have the side hall smoke. It's just going to allow us to, it negates that player that we're missing, that player 3 that would be holding down here. Now with the side hall smoke, this is the main thing that needs to be worried about for Jakey and I. Of this peak. So you don't really want to get here because it's really not advantageous for either player, but I like this side of the fight a little bit more in terms of odds of winning. So maybe this is something we want to spam a little bit, but we don't want to get up to here. We're not pushing it as hard. We're really taking our time. We can double up side hall. We can have one player, close here while the other one's working up. It's going to be, we won't have as many angles covered as we do with 3 players, obviously. But we're still going to have to take some space. We'll just do it at a little bit of a slower pace. Then what did we have after that? We had a 1-2-2, so one person towards A. So I'll be the solo A player. I'll leave myself here. And again, my goal is try to draw out some utility, hold on to my smoke, and, keep them from crossing this line, just so we can go back to it. One thing that I haven't mentioned yet are smokes. Smokes are super, 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 super crucial for later round, especially if we want to try to throw a fake, especially if we want to throw an execute and then re-execute, and most importantly, post-plant smokes. If bomb's planted and then a smoke lands right there, that's, half the bomb time that they're not coming out. Or if they do come out, we have, like, the ultimate advantage for them coming through this. Same as smoking off elevator, right? It just halves the angles that we have to watch. And with bomb plant and then this smoke coming down, it's going to at least put the idea of saving into their head. So trying to hold on to those smokes as long as possible is very useful. Flashes, mollies, HEs, use them as you want. But the smokes are super important. Obviously, we need flashes for executes. But with 2 players mid, I'm going to keep, just for consistency, so it's going to be Luke and Henry here, just like they were in the last default. Jakey, you would be doubling up with Nolan here. And now that you have 2 players, right, we don't have to be as passive. Now, it's still going to be, I'm still going to have Nolan entry, just because he's, hypothetically done this for a couple rounds prior. He kind of has a better idea of how they're playing mid than you do. And so he's going to start working out, and your whole goal is to trade Nolan, right? You guys are kind of looking for contact here, and once you get to this spot, there's a couple things you can do. This boost, if anybody goes for this goddamn boost, I swear to God, the boost to go for is this one. All right, because you can hop up from this side. You're immediately up top. You can immediately see. You can even start the boost here, so they can't see you while you jump up, and then you slowly, we're coordinated enough to, sliver over at the same time. But it's a lot more practical of fight than trying to, jump up here, because that, it's so easily watched from all the different angles, right? So, and this one's a little bit tighter. They can't actually see it from that back angle if you do it here. And then, of course, same utility, right? Also, mollies towards connector, right? If you're up on this, and just aim at this beam, and you're always going to hit it. If you try to throw it like this, it's going to go a little bit deeper. I don't know if, can you guys see the nade camera, or is that just me?
No, we can't see nade.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you try to throw a little bit deeper, like, you can land it, but it's, it's not as consistent. Obviously, if you can get it consistent, whatever, who cares? Do it. But yeah, the goal here is we have B, we can throw a fake execute. We have mid, we can kind of, again, we're looking for contact, right? If we haven't got a mid kill by this point, we can start doing some dumb shit here. You can get up here. You can get up here, there you go, and, take the fight, have high-low it, you can do a lot of things, but we're looking for contact on this. This is really only going to be called if we just are stumped with their A. We can't do it. They keep late execing us, there's something going on where maybe we're having an off day, but we can't figure it out. And then the last one is the 1-1-3. So I'm doing the same thing towards A as I was doing the last time, not letting them pass there, trying to draw out utility, listening for rotate steps. Nolan's doing the same thing he does when he's solo mid, just slowly working his way up, trying to hear steps, not necessarily looking for contact, but, he'll take it if he gets it. And B is we are fucking raw dogging this. They molly this shit. We are through it. Third person is flashing while first 2 are, staying tradable. And then we're getting up here. We're trying to, kind of take a fight here. We want them to think it's something fast. We want them to start to cheat over, which Nolan and I should be able to hear and make calls off of. Now, one of the big things is understanding the pace that everybody wants to set. For example, I think the best example of this is, let's say that we are up, it's a 3-1-1. You got one guy here, one guy walking his way up side hall, right? They start to retake, right? They smoke deep, they flash over, they molly out. it does no good if one person is here and he's like, oh, the molly's not reaching me, so I'll sit here and I'll keep holding this angle, while the other two guys are like, oh shit, I'm out of here, fuck it, and they fall off, right? We either need to all be fighting or we need to all be falling back. And so that's going to be something that's not really necessarily decided before it happens. That's something that needs to be immediately communicated. And luckily with the ramp smoke, you can kind of see it coming, you know. So you guys do have, you know, or I'll be there. We have some time to see this and go, all right, let's fall. Let's give it to him. And then we can retake later. Or, you know, fuck it, let's fight. And maybe we have to push up a little bit further than we're comfortable and expose ourselves to angles, but know that, you know, one of the A players is back here throwing the retake utility. So that's going to be a split-second decision that any of us can make, because just because I have a good spot here doesn't mean, let's say, Jakey has a good spot here, or doesn't mean that Henry has a good spot here. So anybody can make that call, and it can't be argued in that moment. Same thing for B, you know, especially on the 1-1-3 where we got 3 people towards B. If we get a pick, right, let's say we get that entry, which will happen sometimes. We haven't lost anybody. We get that entry, or maybe this guy goes for the swing. We get that entry. It needs to be, and this is the B player's decision. I'm not going to make the call from all the way over at A. That's not my, you know, I don't have all the information that you guys have, and it's not worth wasting the time of you relaying exactly what's happening over here so I can go, let's, you know what, let's wait. No, this needs to be an immediate call of like, you know what, let's take it, let's go with it. And then I can start to fall off, running all the way back through. Doesn't matter, I'm giving the sound cue because we're coming up B at that point. Nolan can sit mid, he can wait here until bomb's planted and then start to cheat his way up, you know, even waiting in a really passive angle where they're not going to clear it as often, and allows us to go B. Now, the way that executes are going to work, I don't really have set executes. Obviously, there's the 2 types of executes that kind of Nolan's decision for that on A, whether we're throwing close smokes or deeper smokes for site control. But we don't know who's going to die. We don't know who's going to have utility that round. We don't know what. So it's going to be up to everybody to know all of the smokes when it comes to executes at the very least. And luckily, they're not super difficult. I also try to stack utility from the same spot, so you don't have like a smoke here, and then a flash here, and then a molly here. Now, I try to work it so it's all kind of in the same spots. So obviously, we have our left side smoke, right? Pretty easy. And with this, you can also throw a nice flash that's going to go behind, lets us out. Side haul, let's see, can kind of come out with it, you know, so it's fairly decent. It does get headshot guy, unless he's tucked. Only issue is that it makes a couple sound cues bouncing. Other thing, or next guy can come to this corner. This is a nice hell smoke. Forgot you guys couldn't see nade camera. Nice hell smoke there. And with this, you know, we're only throwing hell smoke if we're also throwing elevator smoke. I'm just doing them in order of spots. Not that they would necessarily all be thrown together. But with that hell smoke, we have sight. And this is a pretty powerful spot for a guy, especially if somebody's holding a side haul. So with this smoke, you can also throw this molly. And that molly is going to land right on top of default. Molly off our plant spot, but also molly behind. And kind of either push them forward, so that's something that we need to be careful of, or push them back. Just a side note with mollies, I don't know if I've necessarily seen it from this team, but I've definitely seen it from teams in the past, of when a molly's down, there's only 2 ways the player can go that's in the molly. And it seems as though sometimes when people throw the molly, they only think that the player's going to go back. Sometimes that molly's going to force them out into your swing, right? So if you're throwing this molly and you got a guy here going, oh, I'll flash, guys, don't worry, you know, you might be fucking that guy because this guy might have to push out, swing out, do something. We don't know where he's going to be exactly on site when that happens. So just, you know, let's keep that in mind. So that's the utility from there. I tried to come up with some fucking banger of a flash that bounces off of here and like lands right here. I couldn't. If anybody wants to find one, that'd be great, but I could not. Heaven smoke, you're aligning yourself with this, standing up, and it's right there. Sometimes it will land down on the bottom, which is fine. Sometimes it lands up top, which is also fine with how smokes work these days. It just shits all the way down. It does still give them this. This can be mollied off, so maybe we only have 2 smokes. But again, this is the deeper execute. Right side sight, I don't know. I like just throwing it like this. You know, you don't have to put a lot of heat on it.
Shit, right?
Yeah, if you put too much heat on it, if you throw it while you're full running, it's going to go a little bit too deep. And they can still play behind sight. They can still do some stuff. So that's something that you need to be aware of. You know, take the 1 second to come to a stop. To make sure that it lands properly. And of course, elevator smoke, you really need to fucking put the mustard on it. All right, you got to throw it as hard as you can. If you kind of half run it and then stop, it's not going to go as deep, and it's going to kind of be shitty, and they can just walk through that. As for flashes, obviously we have this one, but it's not going to be the only thing we're throwing. You know, let's say that you're throwing... Oh, wait, there was some smoke here. Hold on. I have no idea where this is going to land, but there was something here. Or no, that was supposed to be a flash. Fuck.
That's a molly.
Let's see. Oh, my God, this smoke's insane. I just remembered it. Brushed off the cobwebs. Look at this fucking thing. Oh, see, they fall off the map. It's so good. You know, they come up here. You can't... I mean, you can one-way it if you have seen this shit before, I guess. But, like, that's a nice right-side sight. You can throw that. The way that I threw it was this left side of the shadow up to here.
The one that you threw before that is the molly for the boost spot, too.
True.
That's
and then let's see.
Molly for helping you get side
no gap. Gives them this angle, though, so, and they can play kind of tucked here. But yeah, I really would not mind if that is the smoke that's thrown, just because that headshot angle is so difficult. Mollying off that headshot angle is also difficult, something that you want to spend a little bit of time on, just getting how it works. Again, a nice standing throw is fairly decent. But you don't always, you're not always going to be, all right, let me see here, fucking Poindexter. You're going to be fighting, all right? It's a game with guns. If you kind of throw it on the run, it's going to go way too deep, right? So you do have to practice it, try to figure it out. I think that's it for, obviously we're not going to have guns every round. We're going to have some ecos. For ecos, I'm going to try to, for the next 2 scrims, stay towards mid, just to keep it nice and simple. And I'll continue to throw this utility of, we don't have to do one on either side. See? It's a little finicky. I was on the wrong sandbag. There you go. But no, just we pick a side, we go for it. We flash behind, tossing a flash here or something so we can swing out with it. Do whatever. We have pistols. Who cares? I'm not going to try to get too gimmicky with things or too many little small eco round strats until we get the basics down. For the B executes, there's a couple things. I have completely forgotten the connector smoke. This is pretty big. This is pretty useful. This with a right side generator is enough for an execute. Yes, it gives them all of this, but you don't have to be exposed to that to plant. You can plant anywhere here. And because it gives them that, it funnels them. They only have an angle they can peek. Obviously one of the knuckleheads is going to go into the smoke and, do that. Obviously I threw that underhanded. But it's going to somewhat funnel the peaks into 2 main ways. There's also, of course, the traditional, and actually, I forget exactly where this left side generator smoke lands, so I want to see it. It's a jump throw. Or no, it's not a jump throw. There we go. I was looking at the nade camera. So this one lands actually pretty deep, which is nice because normally they land like here.
Yeah,
and it allows them out. So yeah, this one landing deep's nice. It funnels them to go for this. One of them is definitely going to go for this, so we just need to be ready for that, right? Hypothetically, we have a lot of people on site. One person can hold that. Also, in kind of tandem with what I had talked about earlier, with these generator smokes, let's say we throw these two, right? We need to decide, are we fighting these once they fade, or are we playing post-plant? I don't really care, and it's going to be really situational on what we do. But we can't have one person think we're fighting it and 3 other guys think that we're playing post-plants, just hiding. Because we're just not a team at that point. It might as well be a pug. So the communication's key. There's also, let's see if I can land it first try. Saw this shit in a demo. This smoke. Now it takes approximately half an hour to land, but when it does land, it's pretty nice for CT because it blocks off this entire area. This in tandem with a connector smoke that I do not know blocks off that. You're rotating over from A. You're like, boys, what the fuck happened B here? Are you serious? Come on, how do we lose B again? And, it just gives us a lot of sight. Now, the problem is if there's 2 on site already, which there probably is from the mid guy rotating, we need to win these aim duels, right? And then it kind of puts saving into the other 3 guys' heads. Again, Nolan's back here the entire time, right? Nolan can pounce whenever he wants. And that's going to be pretty beneficial. Now, taking B with 4 people with proper utility is very doable. For example, remember when I was talking about, having combination utility. So this is your right side, Jenny Smoke. You could also flash over for people running up right here. All right, these are going to land over the white. Let me see if I can rethrow. So while you're coming up, they're not going to get you. All right. Same thing goes with this guy.
Spot, default Molly. Okay, look at the left fucking post on Woodwall. Look up to the beam from there. Throw.
Fucking default Molly, same spot. Like I said. Totally knew that. I've forgotten so much shit. Oh my god. And then like with this one, right? We want team-friendly flashes. This is also the same concept on A of when we're coming up here and we're flashing behind. If, let's say, you're a little bit late to the party, you rotate it over, we're executing A, and you want to be helpful. Do not go, bro, I got this fucking god banger, hold on a second, everybody wait on your execute for me to... No, all right? You're just throwing shit that's team-friendly. Now, that one, not as team-friendly. You got somebody kind of working their way up here. They are not going to be happy with you. Let's see.
No,
I'd yell at you for the I don't even know words. Point of yelling at you.
I'd yell at you if we lost a round.
There we go. Whereas the same concept with this, right? We don't need if your teammates are already peeking up. Let's say you're fumbling around because you don't have nades bound to a single key, or each nade bound to each key, right? And you're taking your smoke out, whatever. Maybe somebody was dropping you the smoke and they threw it way too far, whatever, right? You got people coming up, but he said throw this flash. Don't fucking throw that flash, you idiot. Just have this guy throw this flash. Or, step over here and just go, I don't know if that's going to blind anybody, but it's better than not throwing it, right? And that was a fucking banger right there. Now, you do have to be careful of throwing them way too narrow. For example, I think the best spot to really throw them is here. If you try to throw them right here, we got people coming up, you can't really turn from that, right? You would have to be like this, and then you're not watching the angle. Whereas if you throw it a little bit deeper, right, you at least have a fighting chance at being pushed up against this side. It popped like right there, right? So at least you have a little bit of a chance. Now the problem is trying to get it deeper, but also not too far left that it doesn't actually get anybody. You can jump throw it, and that's pretty good as well, actually. Let's just stick with that. Ignore everything I said. Whenever you flash that way, just jump through it. Makes it easy. So, yeah. I think that's about it for T side. Questions, comments, concerns? I don't expect everybody to remember.
Did Nolan specifically request if he want to play mid on Vert?
No, I was going to let him have the choice tonight, but he didn't show up, so it was my decision. It was either going to be, on the doc, I think I had said either Liam or Nolan, interchangeable. And I was going to let him choose, but I trust.
will say, my
ahead.
strongest spot in the entire game is T side mid vert on
Okay.
and CT,
Okay.
CT. By far on the entire game. It's my
Oh,
strongest position with a rifle.
Cool.
That is, and
Then
T side vert, like you said, it's kind of scuffed.
I trust your communication ability as well in giving out information of, oh, I hear him rotating, I hear him doing that. I trust that. If we want to run that this match, then that's totally fine.
It's up to you. It's totally up to you.
No, let's if you're comfortable there,
I'm comfortable going A too. I can default A. And like
I have
op,
some
obviously.
I have a feeling that Nolan might be, you're putting me mid, so if you want to take mid, that's fine. And that just means that
Super
Danny
happy to.
Turtle
Very
Man
happy
needs to go A with us, which is fine. It's not difficult. I mean, it's fucking Vertigo, for God's sake. Any other questions before we switch to CT side, which is easier? Okay. So, CT side, a couple different setups. I don't really know on this side which is going to be our main setup. It depends on how we're playing as a team. You know, it's not one size fits all with a lot of players or with a lot of teams. So we'll really see what we're comfortable with, what works best for us. Same thing, 3-1-1. Of 3 people towards A. We're obviously going to be fighting deep ramp. I need every single motherfucker to be able to land this every single round.
I got all the instance, boys.
He has the instance, boys, which is great because you're a B player and you do need smokes.
No. I'm on CT. I'm A.
Are you? I thought I tossed you B.
CT, I'm A rifle. I mean, that's what it said in the doc.
Oh, I thought you said you liked B.
I like B on T.
Oh, who did I have B? I'm looking at it right now. That wasn't rhetorical. B. Oh, Jakey, I had you B. It's okay. We can toss Nolan B. You can play mid. It's fine.
No way.
Let's put Nolan B. He put me B Mirage. I'll put him B Vert. It's fine. We're even. So yeah, we're with 3 people. Obviously, we're fighting, right? And with fighting, personally, what I like doing, and I'm not going to tell everybody exactly what they need to do when fighting. I'm not a big side haul guy when I fight towards A. I think who's A with me? Wishy and Diamond. So yeah, I'm not a big side haul guy. Somebody wants to take side haul, that's fine. I'm not going to tell you how to play side haul because I don't know how to play side haul. But I'm a big, throwing a flash like here kind of guy and waiting for him to run into me kind of guy. All right. Or, slowly, if they're not coming up, if that smoke's down, we're kind of fighting, going for this angle on this guy, slowly working it. Diamond, if you want to come up behind, there's always potential for that. If you want to come up front, there's potential for that. If you just want to say, Liam, you're a fucking idiot, they're going to run you down with Tech 9s and stay right back here. As long as we're being traded. That's the big thing. I'm assuming, Wishy, by your reaction, you like side haul.
No. I hate fighting side haul.
Oh, okay. Hey,
there is a lot of. I mean, side haul's a really good pick for Jakey to take.
Oh, absolutely. And I do have.
I also have flashes for specifically side haul for ramp, and I also have plenty of util funding for ramp.
I love that. No, I do love that pick. I love going for A ramp. I love taking picks all over the map.
I do have.
Change the spawns.
Mm-hmm.
The tees can get on my ass. They can to the corner. It's
absolutely.
So but yeah, with the flashes, it's a lot better, obviously.
So, I do have in the doc for CT side, when you have op, you can either maybe you just want to chill. Maybe we're up 12-1, right? And you just want to chill. You can solo B with op. That's fine. You can even play retake B. Who cares? You don't need to go for something aggressive.
Really
but if, maybe you want to get a little frisky with it, I do have in the doc that you can float around. Do whatever the fuck you want, but it's up to you, start of the round, to say, hey, I kind of want to go for a pick this round. And then I'm able to call, okay, then let's have 2A, 1 mid, 1 B, and then, Jakey will just go wherever, ending up wherever. And it's all about your read on it, and the information that we're giving you. So yeah, that's
go about going for pick with op. Is that if every now and then if there's a single guy, even 2 guys just walking out mid, it's really strong to hold that just the The
Yeah, I
Titan
have
one
that as
has
well.
across the mid.
Got
Yeah,
this, brother. I have you covered. Then we got the 2-2-1. This is where we'll have. Let's see who out of Henry, Luke, who wants to get pulled off of A to go mid to
Me.
support op. Who said me, Luke?
Luke.
Okay. All right. So Diamond, you're stuck A with me. Haha. Sucks for you. But Luke will be pulled off, and then Jakey, this is you opping towards mid, doing whatever you want. Right. And Jakey, I think that's why I had put you as B, just so you could get the op if you want. And then it wouldn't have to be, if you wanted to anchor B, we wouldn't have to swap Nolan and you. It would just be your site. But then it's the, vice versa. If we do have you float around, Nolan's going to have to come over here and anchor B anyway. So we'll keep Nolan B, we'll keep you mid. And then with op, you can do whatever you want. You can feel it out. I'm not going to tell you how to op. Hypothetically, I would like this being held at some point, since we're dedicating 2 players to this and we're not really fighting towards A as much. Obviously, we're still going to make it look like we're fighting A. We don't want to just do nothing here. We still want to throw our shit. We still want to flash over. We still want to molly. Not use all of the utility. So we do have some stuff to defend ourselves. And then we're going to be, playing crossfires on site or going for the boost, Henry. But, with 2 players dedicated towards mid, we have to do something with it. We can't just sit back. Unless maybe we hear footsteps. Maybe we're down a little bit. This is the first stop of the game. It again, very situational. There's not one size that fits all. And then our last setup would be a 2-1-2. And so that's, maybe Jakey has op. And he wants to go here. Nolan can support. Again, we're putting 2 players towards B. And so we need to fill this gap. And then in that case, if Jakey goes towards there, Luke, you're covering mid for him. But, since we're putting 2 players towards B, we need to have something here. Now, please, somebody say, Liam, this is the worst possible smoke you could throw. I have a lineup that works every single time. Because I spent like 15 minutes on this yesterday, and this is the best I could fucking get, and it leaves a gap on this side. But it does, kids love smokes. They're magnetically attracted. You throw something like that, boom. That does 16 damage, and then you get entry'd. But at least you got some util damage. If anybody can find a goddamn lineup that isn't dog shit, everything that I saw on YouTube landed back here. Which I don't know if anybody's played fucking CS2, but it doesn't work anymore. So I don't know. That can be an eco round kind of thing. We throw that, pop everybody through it. We'll try to keep the eco rounds pretty simple. I am world famous, especially on T side, for these types of rounds. Let's say, we have $2,700. We have a couple rounds to spare. We don't want to force buy. All right, the call is buy deagles, go get kills. I don't give a shit where you go. I don't give a shit who you're with. You're going to go get a kill with a deagle, right? Play at your own speed. It's just everybody's going around playing picks. Hypothetically, you kind of go where you've been going for the last couple rounds because you know how they play it. But you can go where I don't give a shit. We could end up with 5 mid for all I care. All right. It's just, go where you're comfortable. I'm not going to try to squeeze your deeg somewhere where you're like, fuck, I've actually only held this angle 3 times in my life. Go where you want to go. And I think I wanted to keep it somewhat simple. I just wanted to get the basics down. So we had at least somewhat of an idea. On T side, I know I gave us 4 defaults. We'll probably call 2 of them, maybe 3. But at least in the first scrim. I expect a lot of utility to be missed. And I expect a lot of executes to go surprisingly well. I think that we'll be scrappy with it, that we'll actually get bomb plant and play post plants. But again, same thing on A, right? The last thing I'll say before we give you guys some free range time to DM or whatever. If we have these smokes down, right, or the heaven smoke and a molly there, whatever, we need to decide, hey, are we fighting, boys, or are we falling back like little weenies, right? You know, you don't want one guy who's the planner going like, guys, I actually am unable to get out of this location, while you have, you know, 3 people here going, sorry, brother. You know, we want to actually be supporting the teammates and fighting. Or if this guy maybe already got naded twice, he's 10 HP, he's like, I'm dead, don't even worry about it, just we're chilling. You know, it's, again, very situational. That's why I'm not trying to make, we will always fight, we will always stand back, we'll always do something. Really depends on their utility. If you don't have any utility questions, feel free to leave, DM. I don't walk around for 12 minutes. We have a scrim. If you do have questions regarding utility, or you want to practice utility, or how do you throw something, now's the time.
I want to talk to you about A stuff for CQ.
Okay.
So, like, one of the things I like, obviously, if they're not fighting super hard, what you did was, like, really good for fighting A. Like, you keep the control, nothing's really happening. One thing I like to do is you have, obviously, so there's that molly, side all player throws this molly.
Oh, hold on. I didn't even throw the 2 most impressive smokes for A retake. I need everybody to watch this. I don't give a shit if you're playing B. Hold on. These are, I didn't even know these were a goddamn thing.
Yeah, that's probably
this shit. Who in the, oh wait, no, don't look. Close your eyes. That didn't happen. I wasn't lined up. There we go. What idiot came up with that shit, bro? And then if you're like, the lineup, whatever.
Yeah.
What? No life, but they're so good. They're sick. There's also this one. That lands deep left side, and so it allows for that side hall peak to kind of get out. And again, it force feeds them to this side. And so you do need to be aware. It allows you can just walk up the entire way here. We can double upside. There's a lot of variation. I just wanted to show off my cool smokes. Thanks everybody for watching. That's my TED Talk.
So, like, this is for Liam and Diamond, though. I just want to show you guys what they should be doing if they are, like, hard taking ramp.
Yeah.
But for side haul, obviously, throw this molly. Very easy. Just line up that. This dude can, if your spawn isn't amazing, this dude can be, like, up in here, and you gotta clear that when you come in. This molly is really easy. You look at this fucking second post right here, for all you're standing on top of here, and then you just jump through. It's literally
True.
Anywhere along this post. And then you can also layer it with a HE as well when you come up.
Can you HE off the same post?
What? Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. But then we just rain flashes. This dude, if you want to drop him an extra flash, you can, but this is a ramp flash, and then this is a side-off flash.
Yep.
And then, we just fight like that.
Cool.
Obviously, ramp smoke down here. But that's if we want to get, like, full ramp control. If they are fucking us by, like, late rounding us on ramp, and we want to make sure we have this shit held, like, that's what we do. And then one thing I like to do when we have that control, obviously, we can just leave somebody literally jump spotting here and somebody to support him, and then we can get somebody into mid from it.
Cool. Love it.
Like, the objective should be, if we, like, get full A control, there's probably only, like we have, like, there's probably only 2 or 1 here, right? So we want to get our people on the other sides.
Yeah. That's one thing that I totally have in the doc, totally forgot to mention it, but it's the rotates off. If we send 3A, it's to get A control and then leave.
I like to focus being the rotator personally.
Then that's fine. We already have you going mid. That's fine. There's a lot of gimmicky things we can do, like doubled up sandbag with one guy taking the peak, the other one hiding. But I just want to get the foundation out, and have us just rough it for the next 2 scrims, and then tomorrow, with Nolan, he's gonna have some input, I'm sure. Then we can start to get some other stuff going on. Any questions regarding lineups, Jakey? Do you know all the mid utility? Jakey muted.
No, sorry, I had to tab in and out.
You're
because
Jakey's crushed.
I'm in my living room right now. My brother's talking, but
okay.
Yeah, no, I do. Well, yeah, I got it. Well,
You got it.
I didn't,
Do
for some
you?
reason I didn't know this CT smoke. But normally
Hey.
the smoke I'm throwing is the large smoke. Is this where it's just
Let's
like I don't know my sight. Give me a sec.
It's okay.
Exit my binds. Well,
Here.
oh, nice. Normally I just throw observation and it's like mid smoke where it's like
There's a few
landing deep.
Yeah.
So that one's bad, but
Yeah, I get your point. I get your point.
Take a look at that one, yeah.
You on any time we're not sending 3 towards A, and I'm not going to call this out before the round starts on T side. I won't be like, oh yeah, Jakey remembered to throw. If we're not doing 3 towards A, you have to throw side hall smoke. Do you know side hall smoke?
Yes. From spawn.
Okay.
Down
Yeah.
Here, this guy right here.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry,
Make sure this one lands right, because this is the one I know. Make sure this one's.
Yeah. That's fine.
Is
That's
this good?
fine. Yeah.
Good.
Cool.
Alright, Yep.
So this, Henry, is literally like that. You can throw this from genuinely anywhere. I like to do that from here just because it's consistent, but it's a left and right. And then
Why not just get the old gang back together? Hey, don't read ahead too far. There's always next season. I will put this out there. There's been some rumors, some players coming out of the old retirement. You know, hey, you don't know what team I might have next season. All right, so let's there's potential there. That's all I'll say.
but, it's lower than that. It's on the brick underneath that, like this line. It's just a jump there. I'm always off quad. B is literally so free.
My friends showed me they sent me a TikTok. No internet connection, whatever. I guess Nolan's not here. Hey, Turtle, man. It's okay if you tabbed out. I would tab out if I was subbing too. How are you doing? Okay. So, if anybody wants to know a nice little B smoke, goes kind of deep, pretty sick. Saw somebody throw this shit. You're not exposed or anything, and it like blocks off their boost as well.
Oh yeah.
Also, one thing I didn't meant to touch on, and this, not really important for the first 2 scrims of it, but later on, it's something you want to add to your playbook. Everybody needs to go in and learn retake utility. Now, you don't necessarily have to go watch a NART video to learn the retake utility. I don't really remember retake utility that well when it comes to that. But let's say you're retaking B, right, and you're smoking, that's smoked. You just drop the smoke there in your little practice, and you go, well, that was dog shit. Where else can I line up, And so it's figuring out things from a smoked off standpoint. You always want to drop that smoke down, and give yourself different variables to work around. I just find if I learn it myself, I remember it a little bit better. Maybe other people are different,
True.
but especially for retake utility, because there's so much. Yeah.
There's one that's like super easy that you guys can see. Like if you guys are rotating in like that, you should be throwing this on every retake. It used to be 2 smokes and go, but you just
Now you can just one it.
Now it's 1.
What's the? I'll check out that lineup.
It's a little bit
Yeah.
dangerous if this isn't smoked, but like you just walk in.
It's coming back.
And then you throw it here.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, and then I'm not expecting everybody to fucking be peak Astrala's first game.
You gotta worry about this. I ain't lots about it now.
But it's mostly just the getting everybody in the spots, trying to figure out the pacing down, and it's going to take a bit, especially like when we do 3 towards A on T side of like, oh, I got up here really fast and it's taking you a really long time to walk up side hall. Maybe I need to come up here a little bit slower, and that's the kind of stuff that I want to be focusing on. First 2 scrims is just really positioning and putting yourself in tradable spots. Those are the 1A, 1B, putting yourself, honestly, positioning is putting yourself in tradable spots. That's the main focus. Nobody should be super overextended. But with that, don't play like a little bitch because you're too scared. If you want to start to work up, you don't necessarily need to call that you want to work up. Second player behind you that's staring at you can see that you're kind of working up, and the onus is on them to come follow you, right? You can't always say, I have a timing right now, come push with me, because then your timing's gone. So it's really just being aware of where your teammates are. So we got 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I do have the IP, the IP. And then the our second scrim is going to be at 15 after whatever time zone you're on in an hour. So we will have a little bit of time to debrief. But I mean, we're going to win. No questions asked, so it probably won't be an issue. All right. There we go.
Oh, I'm unmuted. I didn't realize that. What the heck?
Jake's been asking questions this whole time. God damn, bro. Liam hates me.
No, I had to mute my mic. I'm like set up in my fucking living room right now, so
Hell yeah.
it's a weird spot. My family's like, out and about. Because I'm in the middle of the house. Just set
You're
up.
in the living room?
Yeah, I play on like a fold out like pong table, like a plastic table. So I just bring that.
Are you home for the weekend? Not the frat house?
Yeah, I'm home. Yeah, I had to get out of home, but then I was gonna go back, but I had to work on a programming project all day
Yeah.
until like 6 p.m. It was asked, like 14, 15 hours total. It's pretty ass.
Wait, you're in college?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought you were in high school for something.
No. I'm in college. I'm a junior in college.
Where do you go?
The Ohio State University, OSU.
Nice.
I just opened Face to try to find the scrim. That's crazy. It's not there.
All right, Chad, how'd I do? How did I explain things for an hour? How was that?
We're playing these guys?
These guys, bro.
I'll be there.
All right. Only you, Mr. Luke. And Diamond coming back from wherever he went.
Lightweight.
I'm here now.
Lightweight.
Wait,
Easy peasy. We start CT. Cool. Pistol will just do 3-1-1.
oh no, I went. Hello?
Hello?
Wait, my CT's not. My
Yeah,
CT's not loading in. I can't. My CT's.
Oh.
Can you guys see?
Yeah?
I just see.
Yeah,
I just
can
see starting as I can't move.
Let's see. Hold on. Oh. Oh, wish.
Maybe I restart game.
Hold on.
Like it just says first half
God damn it! What the fuck?
starting as counter terrorist and it shows nothing. Like my
There we
screen's
go. Okay.
whatever. Let me start
There
game.
you go.
It's weird.
I think he just needs
I
to restart
damaged.
game. He didn't buy anything
Yeah.
yet. He's good.
It's I was just in, so it's so weird. What the hell? Yeah, we're restart game. Of course, my Steam takes fucking 20 seconds to load when I click load. It's so annoying. Yeah.
Great start to
that's
Vert.
weird.
Good job, boys.
It only happens on refrag. I've realized that like refrag scrims that glitch. It's really weird. I think I just can't tab out once I'm loaded in.
Oh, you couldn't even throw it out.
Some resolution scaling shit out of it.
Oh, they took away our extra P2000. They were scared. Understandable.
Yeah, you just dead, bro.
Yeah. 45, you know, that's easy for you guys.
We present? Everybody here?
Everyone good?
No, I'm over
Wow,
here, bro.
man.
Wishy, since you want to be Mr. Rotator, hell yeah, good job.
Yeah, you already know. You already know.
True. Even though you purchased armor and had to return it, it's fine.
Yeah, you
Didn't
already
see
know.
that.
I was thinking about it, but I was first spawned last time.
I didn't buy.
This is sick.
Okay. Organized.
No steps, you want to go for boost? No step.
Nothing B so far.
Nothing to do, right?
Watch this side hall walk up. Yeah.
Medito?
Diamond, you want to
They
come
can make fast
here? Or no, we're fine. We're fine.
No, I'm just following. I'm holding Guardian.
Bomb
Holding
it,
Guardian.
bomb it.
I'm Guardian. I'm Guardian one.
B split. Yep.
Dude, I can't aim.
I'm holding mid. I'm holding mid.
Jenny one.
Holding sight. I'm on Jin.
I'm out.
White. Front white. Ninja.
Oh, that.
Minor stone.
Come on, Dan.
Don't do that.
White. Default.
That's on me, bro. I just couldn't aim.
Alright. Hypothetically, Henry, you're up there with me, and Luke is deeper back. Well, full save.
Okay.
Let's go for a B walk kind of thing. Like, get up to the ramp and then walk it.
Oh, I heard A, but you said B. Let's go.
I just
Nice.
putting one here and then they're
Oh,
scaling up.
not as nice. That was mid. Alright,
Probably
peek
one
together.
Oh,
Close.
kill this guy.
Get his ass. Or give him the 5K. Nice.
Another one somewhere.
Wait.
You see me? You see me?
No, but he's 3-2.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's buy up. Let's go 3-3-1. Just chill. Remember, Luke, you're rotating off once we get control. I got ramp smoke, and I will double flash.
Okay.
So Henry, you're staying towards ramp side, or I don't care. Whoever wants to go side hall, call it now. All right, Henry's going side hall. All right. Flashing side hall side.
They volleyed up ramp.
Okay. Flashing behind you. Nice.
Here.
More. Luke, help.
Got my hand in mid. I think last one might have been deep outside mid. I'm just following.
Could be.
Might have been third.
You stay high, I'll stay
Yeah.
low. Okay, never mind.
Back down.
There you go, Guardian. Mary Guardian. He's CT now.
Yeah, he's CT.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Bro. I'm
Oh,
really
what a-
bad, bro.
Well, we're Vertigo players, brothers.
I'm glad we're playing this map. I love this map.
I do too.
Okay, so they're gonna throw a molly on sandbag when they run up on default,
Okay.
Can I get rifle?
like our ramp sandbag.
Yeah, let's do the same thing.
Thank you.
Till Jakey gets up, then we might fuck around a little bit and find out.
Down. I love doing that.
I'm gonna try throwing a molly off thingy.
Flashing D, pushing.
I'm flashing in front. Flashing in front. B.
Outside of.
I'm on this.
Blowing smoke.
There's 3 nades here, but
I'm just gonna find ramp.
Nothing.
I don't see anything on B.
you guys, I'm dropping a actually.
Yep.
You stay.
Cool.
One here, one here, one
I'm gonna
here.
re-smoke.
Yep.
I'm close to a flash for a sec.
I'm falling off the Okay.
They boosted B.
All low, all low.
You want Jake? Yeah,
Oh,
later.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm leaving mid.
Off the boost.
Okay. Walking low with you.
I'm with you. I'm just trying to nade deep.
I don't see anything side.
I'm holding the smoke.
All right, let's fall off. Let's fall.
Stall smoke.
I'm going the other way. I have a smoke.
Cool.
I'm gonna
Let's
hold
just play back on site crossfire. You can go headshot side.
What's that mid?
I'm watching garden.
He went back.
Okay.
Come on me.
You're throwing me out mid. There's 2 mid right now.
Alright.
Okay, I'm cheating mid.
Low, out wide. I'm low.
Nice.
I gotta reload. I have to reload. I'm not with you.
One towards
Swinging,
A.
swinging.
Ready?
So,
Your guardians are. No, we got it.
yeah, we
Cool.
kind of cleared B.
Smoke A, smoke A. Or no, it's you.
Never mind. Yeah.
Let's
smoke
go.
it.
Okay, coming up A, coming up A. They threw close smokes.
Throw your smoke, Liam.
Your boost, 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 boost.
Yeah.
I'm only side hole, holding side hole.
On site.
Landing left side side. Left side side.
Flashing above us. I'm going through the smoke.
Holding side. Holding side. Holding side.
Yeah, one ramp, one ramp.
Last ramp, last ramp.
Nice.
He's a man.
Man, went through the fucking shit, bro. You're crazy.
Yo.
Love the calls. Bro, they threw your smoke, Liam. Idiots. Who are we?
You made that, right?
No.
They buy this? They got planned, but they force it.
They buy.
Yeah, okay.
Let's fuck around with a 2-1-2. So 2 people towards B. That's you, Jake, and then Luke, you're mid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys are just getting close. I'm gonna throw the smoke for you guys. That diamond. Can you throw? Okay, cool.
I'm just gonna
Yeah, Molly
push
behind
it
it.
and I don't want to push right away.
Okay.
Pro the
I'm
read.
flashing in front. Flashing in front. Watch out. Watch out. Flash.
Nice.
Spot.
Watch for that cancel. I'm picking up mid for the time being.
I would just go back.
All right, you got it. It's fine.
Alright,
2 more there.
Come on. Don't fight. Let him come up. Where you got 4v3.
Yeah.
Shouldn't lose man advantage. It's fine. You want to go for a late boost here,
Yeah.
Henry?
Block their smoke.
Holding this with you, is she?
Yeah.
If they come to the left side, I can kill him.
Yeah.
Could be.
I'm in.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm with you, Liam.
Wait, no, hold on, I didn't realize.
I realized that you
Oh,
were
it's okay. I'm gonna molly side.
I did.
I got it.
Sorry. Flashing sight. And we're dropping.
Flashing off the wall behind there.
Okay.
I'm holding white. I'm holding white left side. Scaling.
One ramp.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fine, my
Luke, I
bad.
didn't realize you rotated over to B on that. I thought we were just gonna retake at that point.
Yeah, no. After he got picked and I was already there, instead of going back into the state of B.
Okay. Let's buy let's get
Yeah,
Jakey and Op.
Okay.
It's Mr. Turtle Man.
So,
I'm going close side hall.
I can go. You going side hall? Okay. I can drop you. Let me drop you. Let me drop you.
Yeah, drop.
I dropped you. Let me get side hall. Let me get side hall. Boost him. Boost him.
Okay. I'm gonna throw late ramp.
Okay. I'm literally holding the walk up side hall.
Oh, that might be too early still. We'll see.
They smoke me side hall. I'm gonna molly side hall. Molly side hall.
Okay.
I'm holding with you, Liam.
They flashed as well. Let's fall off. Let's fall. Let's give. It's giving.
Holding the walk up.
I'm gonna counter molly.
We can regress, Liam.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm down. I can blast. Yeah.
Can we get a flash over?
Yeah.
Flashing over. Block.
Nice.
I'm blind,
Nice.
Jake.
Side hole push right now.
I'm getting out. I'm getting out.
I'm waiting for you, Jake. We're chilling.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
really
I'm
close to
just
side hole.
holding ramp. I'm just holding ramp.
Jake, go pick up mid. Actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going
very
into mid. He could have be timed out there.
Yeah.
I got
Got it.
fucking vector.
Let me smoke side hole.
Falling. Yeah. Smoking. I'm falling off. Let's go back to crossfire.
Two up B.
Yeah, white box.
2 out of the 3. Let's go.
Good go mid.
Yeah.
Good timing mid.
One late molly A.
Kept one here.
2 up.
Here, you go,
want
Diamond.
Salient?
I'm staying.
Good,
Yeah.
good timing mid. Okay.
They're out, so.
One coming up A.
Nice.
Hey. Spawn
Oh,
B,
that's
spawn
fine.
B.
Nice.
Last
go.
one, lurk A. Yeah, A with
Is he still?
AK. Yeah.
Take ramp with me. Take ramp with me, Luke. Actually, never mind.
Can you make it heaven?
I'm only deep ramp.
No.
Still holding him.
I'm just peeking off you, David. I'm really weak.
I just saved.
I looked away. You just walked up.
up.
You guys, Swicko, I was about to say thank you very much for that information, and I just... God damn it. I have to rebuy. Alright, Wishy, Henry, you're dropping M4.
What?
Where you want to go, Jake?
I can go side all again. They
Okay.
smoked it though.
Yeah, they've
So
been
good
smoking it.
odds, Yeah.
They might be
Yeah.
code, so they might.
True.
I can
Let-
go
yeah,
towards
just-
ramp here, it's fine.
Okay. Oh, I just lagged big
Let's play
time.
mid.
No,
for EGL.
ramp, so. Rip Liam.
Am I dead? Oh, I'm back. We're live. I got... I'm chilling. Oh.
Upside.
Up on me.
There's on ramp.
Alright.
There is no
Holy shit, I'm lagging big time.
Side hall. Tag to the wall, I'm pretty sure, bro.
I'm so fucked.
Do you have a flash? No. Fall back to site here, chill.
I'm playing off your contact.
I'm gonna try to swing title. Right.
Could be leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're leaving.
I can't move at the moment. I apologize.
Bye, Liam.
I'll try, but it's not... it's not nodding.
We could find this later.
Why am I dropping frames? Why am I... I'm